ants. Do they even need an introduction? Many of us see ants every day, tiny creatures that we can crush with our second thought. But how many of you know that ants are one of the most advanced, organized, and successful societies on Earth? Ants have conquered every continent but Antarctica. There are around 20 quadrillion ants worldwide. That's like 2 followed by 16 zeros. I can only fit all those zeros on the screen. With numbers like that, ants play a critical role in every modern ecosystem, and one of the species that keeps the world alive. Without ants, the whole world would be a desolate desert. If you want to learn about what ants are, how to keep the world alive, make sure to watch the video to the end. So what even are ants? Unlike many animals, ants don't have individual lives. They function as a colony, where every member plays a specific role. At the center of the colony is the queen, the mother of every ant in a colony. Her job is very simple: to lay eggs. A queen can lay thousands of eggs a day, and some species live for decades. A single queen's life, she can lay tens of millions of eggs. Around the queen are her workers, all of them are her children. The workers keep the colonies running. All worker ants are female. They build tunnels, care for young, gather food, and protect the nest. One of the most fascinating things about ants is how they communicate. They can't talk, they can't make sounds, they can't see. Instead, they use special chemicals called pheromones. Pheromones are like a smell that ants use to antennas to follow. The pheromones control ants' whole lives. It's basically ants' version of language. Pheromones control ants' marching lines, guide ants to food, alert them of danger, and help ants identify colony members. Scientists have been trying to crack the secret to pheromones for decades to help guide swarm robots and revolutionize pest control, yet despite efforts, no person can yet recreate pheromones. Ants are massive builders. Underground, they construct vast networks of tunnels and chambers that can stretch meters deep and house millions of individuals. One species of invasive ant, called the Argentine ant, can build colonies so large that they are called super colonies. These colonies can contain millions of queens and billions, with a B, of workers. One particular colony in southern France stretches over 6,000 kilometers, or 3,700 miles. For reference, that's 33 million bananas laid end to end. Some ants even practice agriculture. The leafcutter ant cuts leaves into tiny pieces, allowing the ants to bleed the leaves to the colonies. The leafcutter ants do not eat the leaves. Instead, they use the leaves to grow a specialized fungus. They farm their own food. They are one of the very few non-human species to practice agriculture. But farming isn't the only advanced behavior ants have evolved. Some ants are ranchers, raising and protecting tiny insects called aphids. Aphids release a sugary liquid called honeydew, and in return for this food source, the ants guard the aphids from predators. Ants play a huge role exploring ecosystems. Their most known job is that ants are one of the world's most effective decomposers. In some environments, where animal and plant matter falls constantly, ants quickly collect and break down dead animals, insects, and fruit. Without decomposers like ants, organic waste would pile up. Nutrients would stay locked inside dead animal material, and diseases could spread way more easily. Studies have shown that in some environments, ants can increase the speed at which organic matter decomposes by up to 30%. This cleanup allows the nutrient cycle to keep flowing and prevents the harmful bacteria from spreading through the environment. While many people know ants help decomposition, most people don't know that ants help spread seeds. Many plants have evolved seeds with special fatty coating that attracts ants. This encourages ants to carry the plants back to the nest. They eat the coating and discard the seed in the ground, but it's protected from predators, sunlight, and dehydration. This process is called mimicry.
Myrmecocori.
Yeah, myrmecocori. Ants also aerate the soil, which is basically making tiny holes in the soil that helps air and water reach plant roots. When ants build tunnels, they loosen compacted dirt, creating natural channels for air, water, and nutrients. This process is similar to how farmers till their fields, but ants do it constantly and for free. Their tunnels allow for rainwater to reach deeper layers, which help prevent erosion and increases the soil's ability to store moisture. Ants also move organic matter, like leaves and food scraps, into the nest. As this breaks down, it enriches the soil with nitrogen and other essential nutrients. Ants are also great pest control. Ants hunt and kill many insects like spiders, grubs, caterpillars, roaches, and more. This keeps farmers' crops safe from these insects. Ants are also a key food source for thousands of species, including birds, reptiles, spiders, and mammals. Some animals, like anteaters and aardvarks, rely almost entirely on ants and termites for food. Even species that don't eat ants directly still depend on the plants and animals whose survival is influenced by ant activity. So what would happen if ants disappeared? The effects would ripple out instantly. Organic waste would accumulate much faster, the soil would become harder and less fertile. Many plants that depend on ants for seed dispersal would die, reducing biodiversity. Many pest insects like caterpillars and roaches would surge, threatening crops and forests. Animals that rely on plants for food would struggle or disappear. Entire ecosystems would shift, becoming less stable, less productive, and less diverse. This is a really catastrophic scenario, but it's unrealistic as ants are very numerous. If you liked the video, make sure to subscribe, comment your favorite fact about ants, like the video, wish you liked it, so you know. Goodbye. Have a great day.